This video is all about side effects. Let's create a sandbox based on React, perform some cleanup, and now we will provide this app component with some private state. For that, we will use the useState hook and create perhaps a counter. We will create a second slice of state, this time called isHappy. We will render something with these slices of state, and perhaps something like Of course, this wouldn't be any fun if we didn't have any means to change the state using the UI. And of course, so let's test the application really quick. That seems to be working. That has no effect because we are already happy. This works, and this definitely works. And this is all really nice, but we want to talk about side effects now. So the kinds of side effects we're interested in are things like console logs, or requesting data from an API, or scheduling timers. Just arbitrary imperative logic we want that happen right after React finishes painting the screen after a given run of the app function. The way we do this in React is with the effect hook. We use it like this. We simply execute useEffect right there, and we pass a callback. The callback contains the effect we want that happen. We could say the callback is the effect, the side effect. For example, console log And this is how the whole thing works. For whatever reason, either props coming in or private slices of state change. That triggers a run of the app function. So React interpolates the data inside the JSX and decides if the elements produced have changed when compared to the output of the previous run of the app function. If there is a change, a repaint is in order, and React does that for us. As soon as that is done, the effect, the function there, gets executed. So let's take that for a drive, see what it looks like. Increment our counter there, and there you have it. Let's increment count again. And there we have it again. To make things a little bit clearer, let's interpolate some of the available information there, right? The nice thing about using a closure there is that from the body of the effect, we can actually utilize props or state that are in the outer scope. For example, count is count, and let's turn this into template literal like there. So you see, count is 0. And you see me, every time React finishes with a DOM, let's increment the count, right? And this appeared rather quickly, but let's review the whole process. By incrementing the count, we caused a change in this slice of state, which causes the app function to run again. JSX is produced, the data is interpolated, and React calculates the difference between current output and the previous output. If there are changes, and the change that happened is that the 0 turned to 1, right there, React decides a repaint is in order and performs that for us. And then, and only then, does this effect run. So of course, if I change to unhappy, the effect runs again. You see how the counter changed here to 2. Although this one, of course, stays the same because changing into unhappy is not incrementing count. But DevTools has logged this thing again. Switch back to happy, and we can see this got logged again. Now something interesting is going to happen. I'm going to make happy again. Nothing. We can see the number of logs is frozen at 3 because making happy when I'm already happy, there is no change in state. So the UI is identical as before. So no DOM surgery is performed, so no effect is run. Of course, right in there, we could do any arbitrary thing. We could request data from API, right? Or anything we wanted, or schedule a timer. Although, whenever we have several side effects we want to cause, we will register them separately, invoking useEffect repeatedly as the means to register the different effects that we want happening after each repainting of the screen with different UI. So let's make this another console log. Take a look at our console, right? On the first screen paint, this gets logged, and this. Let's increment the counter there. And now we get effect 1, which we registered there, and effect 2, which we registered there. So there you have it. This is a general overview of side effects in React, which, as we mentioned, are special in that we normally want them happening after the screen has painted. That is the reason we wrap them instead of these useEffect invocations, because that guarantees that this won't execute until the DOM is finished painting. On the next video, we will discuss how to synchronize these side effects with certain changes in props and state. Because as you can see, these side effects are running indiscriminately. Whenever any change happens in state or props, all effects run.